Here we go.
All right, MMA Maniacs, it's time once again for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the SinCal studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis ready to break you off some MMA news and, of course, go over fights that went down last weekend and whatever may be happening this weekend. I feel like it's been over a week since we did this. Did we do this last week?
We did do this last week.
I don't feel like
You were missing me because I was.
That must be it. That must be it. We're missing radio. So lots to go over today, and we're just going to
smarter.
Exactly. Brought the room up. Alexander Gustafsson has now signed a new deal with the UFC.
Oh, we're just jumping into stories.
That's what happens.
Oh, geez, what
I
happened?
didn't even get to do my intro.
Oh, sorry.
We have
Let me back up here.
Baby.
There
There we go.
I mean,
look at that.
Oh,
There we
Look
go.
at that.
there are tweets on the bottom there.
There's
There's
tweets at the bottom.
Our tweet.
And then click on it, throw that whole picture up. It says
Yeah.
Nick 420 pick, just throw that up. Bam!
That
Look
is
at
Nick
that.
Diaz made of weed.
That's right.
And if you can't tell, dip your head into your screen, and that's all.
Is that all weed? Is that really all weed?
all weed.
That's awesome.
It's like it looks like one of those magnetic things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But weed.
You know what you need? You need Pauly Shore sticking his head going, hey, bud.
Buddy.
A lot of bud.
You ever seen Nick Diaz fight? You ever seen Nick Diaz fight on weed? Not just Nick Diaz on weed fighting, like you're white on weed,
you're on
watching Nick Diaz fight on weed.
Yes and yes.
Have you
So
ever
watch
seen
the Takanori Gomi, Nick Diaz fight in Pride while high, because
While
Nick
high.
was high.
Nick's
Yeah.
real high.
Anyone.
Everybody was high.
Have you ever seen a Nick Diaz that is weed?
What? Right there.
Right there.
We just had it.
You mean Weed Diaz?
Weed Diaz.
Tommy
By the way, his suspension ended yesterday.
Yeah, I did. 419. He's going for another one today.
You can catch his brother if you're in and around the area right now.
It's going to be no, it's at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
4 to 6.
Oh, yeah, so you got an hour to figure out how to get to Jaden's Journey.
Oh, he
Here
was,
in
already,
Modesto.
he was already at Case's Journey?
I think so.
Yeah, he did 1 to 3 in series.
So he's allegedly en route.
Supposedly, if he doesn't jump out of the back of the
En
van.
route?
En route, yeah. And they have free tacos.
Which
What?
one?
Right,
Tuna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tuna. What?
Tacos what?
What? Tacos what? Tacos what?
But yeah, so we can get into Alexander Gustafson.
So Nick,
Alexander Gustafson.
it's pretty safe to assume that Nick Diaz has his locator off on his phone right now.
He's in Vegas. He's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like an ankle bracelet or something.
It is, kind of, but he's got to check in for the whereabouts
It's
of
the,
UFC.
yeah, the USADA check-ins. But it's 420. There's no way he has it on, and that's what his suspension was for. Was because he was.
He should just hire a dude to like hold on to his phone, and that's all he does. Even if Nick's not with him, yeah, I'm at the hotel.
Yeah. 100%. And he can pay that guy in weed.
And weed.
I don't understand why this hasn't happened already.
Who are you? I'm Nick's transponder. I just sit around and go, boop.
His echolocation device.
So yeah, Alexander Gustafson signed a new contract with the UFC.
Who?
Threw a little shade at DC while doing so. Put this picture up on his
How long's it
Instagram.
been since he fought?
While others are talking about retirement,
He doesn't even fight anymore.
I just
thought
signed
he
my
was
new
retired.
deal with the UFC today. I am grateful, excited, and
He shows up.
fighting
He
very
doesn't
soon. Thank the sports management team, soon to be world champion, blah, 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 hashtag soon to be world champ.
Federal Reserve
So
for
he
printing
says.
that money.
When is the last time Alexander Gustafson fought? Anybody know?
Oh, it was like 6 months ago.
You think so?
Yeah.
Alexander
I definitely think so.
Gustafson.
So what happens if Stipe beats DC? Does he just take the belt and not give any of them to Alexander Gustafsson?
Then does he fight Alexander Gustafson? I don't know.
Gustafson?
He fought last May.
Oh, so it's been almost a year. All right. I thought he fought like in November. All right.
There we go. So I mean, are you
And now we
excited?
know.
Are you excited to see them all are back?
Yeah, I like Gustafsson's fights.
Depends.
I mean, we all talk about how he.
Who he fights. That's going to make the deal.
Well, someone asked, they like, would you like to see him fight John Jones? If John Jones ever comes back,
Yeah.
Or you want to see him fight DC again, or do you want to see him fight somebody else?
Shell Sonnen.
We'll see him fight. I'm sure we'll see him fight DC within a year. It might even be a retirement fight for DC.
Ooh.
If he fights.
No, okay, so he was sitting down with either Anik or Florian.
Who?
And Cormier.
Okay.
And he was like, so you want Gus? He's like, yeah, I want Gus to come back. He's like, you want him to fight you right when he comes back? He's like, well, you know, I got this fight. And he's like, right. And then he should fight somebody else. And he's all, why are you doing that to me? You know I'm out in March. You don't want him to fight me, huh? And I can't remember who it was. He was like, you try to make it so I don't fight Gustafson. And he's like, no, you're going to have to take him next. He goes, no, I already got to fight with Stipe. And then he's got to fight somebody else. He's like, so you guys aren't ever going to fight? I'm not saying anything.
The secrets. Don't believe his lies.
Secrets.
Speaking of DC, the Ultimate Fighter season a million premiered this week.
Yeah, I have that later on.
Did you?
Way to jump ahead.
Oh, we'll clean it up.
Joey's just trying to get.
He just wants in.
Yeah.
Wants in.
Hey, man, I was looking for the transition there.
He's like, I watched
It's a
it this
segue.
week.
It
That's
is a
what it
segue.
was.
Yeah.
He's
But
like,
this
I
is not-
actually
this
know
is a
about
strong
it.
board.
I didn't say you're on a Segway.
I'm on a strong board, not a Segway.
Put wheels on it. See what happens.
That'd be weird. Fucking.
I wanted 4 wheels on it that all go all directionals. All directional wheels.
We can hook that up.
I'm sure we can.
Yeah, so remember that story last week that Therese Owens, that famous gossip sports guy, broke, saying that the UFC was going to be partnering with ESPN and NBC? Well, Variety says they have the exclusive,
Oh, okay.
and it's ESPN and Fox Sports are going to be bidding for the television rights.
They're bidding for the television rights, so it's
Yeah.
not going to be split down the middle like the previous report said.
No, split. They're bidding for the split.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently, this is according to sources with knowledge of the proposal. ESPN has signaled that it would be willing to pay 120 to 180 per year to add it to their collection of live events.
Wouldn't it just be easier to go through WMIE's portfolio and find out which channel they're more invested in?
They're just more invested in money. So
Yeah.
if Fox is paying 120 million a year for the UFC rights, and they can get more than that from ESPN, then they're going to get the money.
Right.
So allegedly, WME is saying that they are seeking to get $300 to $400 million overall
Total.
for the broadcast rights. So if it's split between ESPN and ESPN's willing to pay 180, Fox
Right.
has got to do the other. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Just spend money to make money, people.
Now, again, we talked about this last time, but would you buy ESPN's exclusive $4.99 subscription packages just to watch UFC?
No.
Not at all.
I don't even have TV.
Dennis?
I'd have to wait and see, like, what if I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get the fights.
That's what I was going to ask. So they're saying that if they split it across all the platforms and ESPN's like, well, we're not going to put them on TV, but we're going to put them on our streaming service. That's
Right.
$4.99 a month. Would you be like, I don't want to pay an extra $4.99 a month. I'll get all the other fights that are free,
Well,
but not this.
but they're getting rid of Fight Pass, right?
No, they're keeping Fight Pass. There just won't be exclusive
Well,
fights.
we don't know.
We don't know. It's all.
It just depends on how many different
One,
streaming
I
services
will,
you got to
I will
buy.
pay
Yeah.
for one streaming service. If you guys make it anything else, I'm gonna steal somebody else's code and watch it, or stream it some other way. But I'll pay for one. I'm good for one.
Good for one.
I'll put one in on it.
Because you're going to have to get
what
the
I mean?
new ESPN app, Fight Pass, and the Fox Sports one.
I got
app.
5 on it.
You got 5 on it? Good thing they're
Yeah.
$4.99 a month.
There you go.
You get a penny back.
There you go. But that's what I'm saying. As long as I don't have to pay my $9.99 too.
Now you got to buy them all.
Yeah, because
You gotta buy
like now I got
3
10 on
services.
it. But if you want to cut it back to 5, that'd be awesome.
That's only for ESPN.
But if you're gonna make it 15, we gotta talk.
This is going to be 20, though.
Now it's going to be a little much.
No. I pay 10. It'll be 5. That's 15.
And then another 5 for the Fox.
What?
Yes.
$20?
Yeah, man.
No, we really need to talk.
We need to talk about this.
We need to get Fat Brian down here.
I don't know. I
We're
know.
gonna have to raise the price of the 8th.
I'll tell you, I don't know much about it, but I know a guy who does. I'm going to call him down here.
Yeah?
And we'll see if we can go higher than 20 or lower than 20 on that one.
Gabby Garcia.
No. 5. I'm only gonna put
5. Gabby Garcia has a new
15 is
opponent.
the best I can do.
She's going to be fighting in the South Korean promotion Road
I'm already
FC
doing 10.
on May 12th. So she's moving
Who's the
from
guy from Pawn
Ryzen
Stars? We need him in here.
to
Oh shit!
to Road FC. She'll be fighting at Road FC 47, and she's going to be fighting
She's going to be murdering.
Veronica Futina, who is 0-0 in MMA, but is apparently some sort of judo champion.
Whatever. She's going to die.
And
Tuna for the win.
just to make sure Gabby doesn't have any weight issues, it's going to be an open weight fight.
Of course it is.
One's at 6'8", the other one's at 4'7".
Yeah.
Virtually identical.
It's going to happen in Beijing.
Yeah, it's happening in
'cause
Beijing,
they
May
go-
12th,
Yeah, on a ship just outside the international date line.
where the undercard is a hobo fighting a monkey for a sandwich.
For a sandwich. And Wesley Snipes fighting Ving Rhames.
People will be eating dick like Kobayashi, but it's legal in international waters.
Wesley Snipes, Ving Rhames. I'd watch that one.
It's a movie called Undisputed. You can rent
It
it.
actually happened already in like 1998.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's on
Fire
Amazon
up the
Prime.
DeLorean.
I was thinking it was like Blade.
Netflix has the sequels but doesn't have the original.
That was like Blade from the guy from Dawn of the Dead. That's what I saw. In my
There it
head.
is.
Yeah, it's,
I mean,
on,
that's,
yeah, it's on
except for
Redflix.
it's with boxing gloves in prison.
In prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
It's on Redflix.
Tito Ortiz on his Instagram.
RedTube?
No, Redflix.
Redflix.
Me too.
Yeah, you go down and put some money on. You just watch the screen down at the Store.
Redflix. Got it. Tito Ortiz recently put up this picture on Instagram. Apparently in the
It's 420.
Golden Boy building, and he says Golden Boy boxing the future has a future in MMA ? What if MMA fighters got paid like boxers ? Hashtag game changer. Hashtag Tito versus Chuck 3.
No. No. Nobody wants that.
So Tito is saying that he wants to fight Chuck Liddell, and it may happen in MMA, but under the Golden Boy promotions, and this would be Golden Boy's first MMA.
It would have to be, yeah.
I mean, or did they have something to do with Affliction? I thought at one point they had something to do with
You know what? They did.
Where they
did,
partnered
that's
with
right.
Affliction and Trump, right?
Yeah. Of course.
So if Golden Boy puts on an MMA show before Team Money,
I mean, or did they have something to do with Affliction? What? At one point they had something.
Yeah.
Are you lost? What's happening?
Yeah. We're like in temporal. Something temporal's happening.
Something temporal's happening, so the show's not live?
I don't know
Are we
what's
live?
It's live.
So we're still going out on Facebook,
So
but these guys can't hear each other. It's professional. It's 420.
Well, that's why
now.
that's why we got to keep going. We just keep moving forward, man.
keep going.
Keep moving
Just
forward.
keep rolling.
So yeah.
Just keep rolling.
Golden-
So, do
Golden-
you want to see Tito versus Chuck 3?
No, I don't want to see Tito versus Chuck 3.
What if it's in a boxing match?
That would be interesting. I want to see. That's what I want to see. What Dennis was just talking about before he freaked out and ran away. If Golden Boy Promotions puts on an MMA match before the Money Team does, that will create. That'll spark a feud between, De La Hoya and Mayweather again. That'll be awesome.
Again, yeah.
It'd be awesome.
And then
that's
what
what
if,
I'm looking for.
And then what if they fight in MMA?
Sweet. That would be hilarious.
Would you watch De La Hoya against Mayweather in MMA?
Yeah.
That would be.
He's like, I don't know.
It's weird.
You know,
Yeah.
there would be a lot of slapping and shitty kicks.
I want
Hello, Mayweather's wrestling's at a 7, bro.
I thought his kicks were at a 7.
He said his wrestling's at a 7
Yeah. Okay.
because Tyrone Woodley's his coach.
so what's the curve though? What's the curve that makes
What's the
them seven?
curve?
What's
Yeah.
the handicap?
Ben Askren and Rory McDonald were in a little bit of a Twitter beef this week, which to me would seem like the most boring Twitter beef ever, especially coming from these fighters. But it started with a fan saying, "Rory, I want to see you champ versus champ. How about Ben Askren?" Rory says, "I'm good with that." Ben Askren says, "Oh yeah, you think you can go the distance? I think I finish you in round 3. It looks similar to what Condit did to you." Rory says, "I disagree. Again, I'm already falling asleep."
He's Canadian. What do you expect?
But let me point out, neither one said I'm just gonna come out and kick your ass.
No, because
Wait
He's
for
like,
it.
I got you in like round 15 minutes into it.
Not first round. I'm gonna smoke you. I'm gonna wait to the third round.
Rory's too polite for that shit.
No,
man.
I understand that. And again, like I was telling Dodge earlier, I want to jump in and talk some shit, but like I really don't know how it'd go.
How it would go.
I would probably fall asleep.
Typing out your reply.
Yeah,
Ben Askren
wake me up in the
says-
morning.
Yeah, what round are you going till?
Yeah. Oh, it's like a heavyweight fight. It's scheduled for 12, but it's gonna end early.
Ben Askren says, "Tell your boss." McDonald says, "I have asked and tagged Scott Coker about getting you in Bellator for a fight. I guess you need to do your part." All of a sudden, Bellator tweeter pops in, is like, And then Ben Askren says, "You're stalling on Scott Coker." Roy McGowan goes back, whoa, you remember that day that we were face to face and I challenged you on the spot and you had your tail between your legs and I said I only fight and you said you only fight for money and walked away from me? The only one stalling is you. If you want to make it happen, deal with Bellator. I'm ready.
Listen to that trash talk.
Yeah,
Rory got some teeth.
Ben Askren says, "Fake news. I approached you, and it was an easy night's work. You would be an easy night's work." Rory says, "And then I replied to you with a challenge." Ben says, "No, wrong. I remember you stuttered, got red in the face, and I had to go coach Pettis, so I walked away and didn't stick around for your reply." They go back and forth. False. Rory, then Rory just jumps in and says, "Anyhow, I'm about the future. Not going to dwell on you backpedaling. When it came down to it, you do your part and sign up like a professional."
Yeah, I mean, go to Bellator, dude. It's that easy. If you're gonna run your mouth on Twitter,
Whoever runs Bellator's Twitter's like, I like it.
let's see, they're watching to see how many likes and retweets it
Yeah.
gets before they commit to anything.
Would you like to see this fight?
Sure. I'm not against it. I want to see.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
wanted
if it
to
was on, I would kind of fall asleep to it.
No, but I wanted to see. I wanted to see Ben Askren go up against like a top level guy.
Like Barney Miller. Nobody else
You
remembers
know when
that.
you're
But
looking you're looking
They
for
just fall
something.
asleep to it.
You're looking for something on TV late at night. You're like, I'm not really gonna watch this. I just need something in the background to fall asleep to. Would that be this fight?
That'd be this fight for you.
Yeah, but you know what's messed up is like it's WKRP and it's the dropping the turkeys thing, and you're just like, man, now I gotta watch this whole thing.
It's like one of the best episodes.
Yeah.
That and the
Something's
one-
happening.
Then the one where Johnny Fever catches the new overnight guy doing cocaine on records.
Did we just become best friends?
Possible Fighting League is possibly going to be having a fight. It's just going down.
Do we have a new connection yet?
No.
No.
Then
Nobody
talk
wants to
nice.
respond.
Talk nice until
Nobody wants to respond
talk
to me
nice
anymore.
until we do.
They
proud
announced
of
that
your
they will have Thursday night
group.
fights in June, July, and August.
Oh man. So if they have somebody else running their Twitter now. That means that they have access to all those DMs from before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
What were you DMing?
I might have to just go delete my Twitter. Because I was talking a lot of shit before.
So June 7th on NBCSN is when this will be going down.
So they've just been moved up from possibly fighting to probably fighting.
Probably fighting
Fighting
League.
League.
Yeah, we are now no longer
Probably
possibly or
Fighting
fighting. They put up this big thing. There will be no undercard fights. Everything is serious.
Main card.
Yeah, everything is serious because they only have 7 events.
When all of your fights are main events, then none of them are.
Yeah, but honestly,
Right?
hey, but still, if it starts at
Wherever
2
you go,
o'clock,
there
and
you are.
if it starts at 2 o'clock and it goes till 9 o'clock, the fights from 2 to 5 are undercard fights.
Oh, is that right?
Seriously.
Have it?
Like, there's no way around that. That's
Yeah,
just how life
no.
works, man.
So if you
Yeah.
have Facebook, like they talked
if
about,
you eat food before the meal, that's an appetizer. Don't give a shit what it is. It's an appetizer.
so they're talking about on Facebook. Remember how originally they're like, all the prelims are gonna be on Facebook? No, the pre-show will be on Facebook, and then it will be live on NBC.
All the fights.
SN, all the fights,
All 7
and then
fights.
the 3 hours. They'll have another 3 hours of after-minute fight show or something.
At this point,
At this point, so
it
that's,
might not even happen.
and they're
Nobody
fighting.
wants to watch the 3-hour post-fight show.
Fighting in
It's
Chicago,
like cuddling after sex.
Washington D.C., Long
Yeah,
Island, Long
exactly.
Island, Atlantic City, Atlantic City.
Is that why we didn't cuddle the other day?
That's exactly what
exactly
I
right.
was
Awesome.
They also announced their roster.
Cuddle.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Well, I'm interested in that.
you want to
Then
see
try to
this?
work it into a
I don't want to
second
read all these
go-round.
names.
No. I see Will Brooks, though.
Steven
And then you fall
Siler,
asleep.
Paul Bradley.
Ramsey Nijum,
Yeah. Ray Cooper.
Tiago Tavares,
Yeah.
She got to put it in for a soak.
Paul Bradley. You already said that. Jake Shields, Rick Story,
Lewis Taylor.
Yuri Velfort. He was a guy.
Oh,
Right?
Yuri. Okay.
Yeah, John Howard, right?
Who we have at heavyweight?
Did you say Blues Traveler was in this?
Yeah, Blues Travelers in it. Vinny Megales,
Is that Franco
Run
Barbarossa?
Ronnie
around,
Marks,
run
Vinny
around.
Magalish.
is there? Okay.
Magalish.
That's an interesting get.
From Francisimi Barroso,
Like, yeah. Did they just see like
Mike Kyle, Jared Rolsholt.
Are you
wonder
just
if they-
saying random names now?
No, these are people. They're real. It's like with Vinny Magalish though, where they look like walking around a
like
save
that
bar or
lady
something
at the
and
end of
song. We're like,
Romper
hey,
Hey, you want to come fight?
And I
You
see
wanna fight?
Billy, and I see Todd.
I went
used to
through this
love
whole
that
list,
show.
and I think I recognized like
The
15.
state never said Joey.
They did the one time that they said Joey, I quit watching it. Never watched it again. It was the fucking high point of my career with that show.
I'll tell you
Over
this:
after that.
she never said Dennis.
Never.
No, it's too long.
And I see Dennis.
So yeah, Ultimate Fighter did happen. Did
Yes.
you watch it?
No.
The 17 important seconds. No,
The 17
I watched
important seconds.
I watched them walk into the ring.
So we have the Ultimate Fighter 27 is undefeated. We talked about this obviously.
Not
leading up to this.
anymore.
Yeah, this is everybody's O must go at some point.
At some point.
Because they're going to be, like I said, all the guys that are on this show are undefeated going into the show.
But technically, since these are exhibition bouts, they don't lose their O.
Correct. Well, it would still count it as a loss.
Especially
Yeah.
if you get finished, absolutely.
Especially if you're on the show and everyone knows. Dude, you did lose. You can't say you didn't. You lost.
yeah, I've never lost. No, we've seen it.
Fake
on TV.
news.
We have Team Cormier versus Team Miocic. We got Cormier with his first pick was Tyler Diamond. Miocic is Kyler Phillips all the way down. So the first fight was John Gunther, who's 6-0 against Joe Giannetti.
Sure.
Giannetti, who's 6-0 as well. Yeah, it was 17 seconds. 17 seconds was the fight. Giannetti lands left hand. Gunther shoots for a sloppy takedown. Giannetti ties him up at the neck with a guillotine and locks into submission, and he's out.
Well, that's like
Did you pronounce the L's in that?
What, Giannetti?
No, guillotine.
Guillotine?
Isn't it guillotine?
Guillotine? Guillotine?
it doesn't matter.
There's no L's.
Guillotine?
Guillotine.
Guillotine?
Got him in a guillotine.
This is something that like we saw though with when they did the Champions Edition when they had all the champs from various fight leagues, and then we saw like that's great if you're undefeated, but obviously.
But who are you fighting?
Yeah, your regional area that you're fighting in is going to say a lot for how you do on this show. It was like when the guy from Alaska, he's like the Alaskan champion.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's 7 other people in Alaska that fight, so it's not like you have a whole
And
lot
the
of
polar bears and
competition
Eskimos don't count.
out there. Yeah. So then he went in there. He was first round, right? He got,
Inuit? Is Eskimos not politically correct? I don't know.
yeah, sure it is.
What?
I don't think Eskimos is allowed.
Are we trying to make this PC now?
No,
I don't know.
no.
Apparently we can't say fuck.
I wear these just so I hear everything, and sometimes I'm like, what the fuck did he just say?
Apparently we're not supposed to curse. We already failed that.
We have failed every time.
Yeah. No, we just need to keep the numbers down.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Can we have a counter? Boom.
We already have one.
Yeah, 0 days of connect.
0.
It's also 0 days of not cussing.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah.
So are you excited for this season? Because I felt there was 27 minutes of bullshit that I didn't pay attention to and almost fell asleep during.
Well, you got two nice
And then
guys.
17 seconds of fights.
That's exactly what Stipe and DC were saying though. Is like if you watch the show because you like the drama, you're gonna hate this season. If you watch the show because you like the fights, you're gonna enjoy the fights. But DC and Stipe they don't dislike each other. And they're super nice to each other.
Yeah,
But Cormier has gone full dad mode. And
Yeah,
I think that's because he became a high school wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Just recently, and I forgot to grab that story, but I saw it. He became a high school wrestling coach somewhere up here in Northern
Yeah,
California.
Gilroy. I think.
Gilroy?
Yeah.
Probably like De La Salle or something.
Yeah, he's at Gilroy and he's donating his entire salary too.
So he went full dad mode, and he's telling these kids, "You better do better, son. You better pay attention, son.
Yeah. Don't. What is it? Don't get mad at me.
Don't get mad at me, son.
Yeah.
Don't lollygag, son."
Yeah.
To like
Wow.
every fighter the whole time.
He's got a big family.
He's like, hey, you want me to get a belt because you did something wrong?
Did he take off his championship belt and just like bend over?
He's all.
This is the one that I got
you know
back
how I
from
got
John
this belt?
Jones.
You know how I got this belt?
John
They're
Jones
like,
gave it back to me from a technicality.
No, I got this belt because John Jones did coke. That's how I got this belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, pay attention to that.
Chewbacca defense.
Chewbacca defense. We had Bellator 197 was last Friday? Or is that Saturday?
No, they're usually Fridays.
Is that a Friday night thing?
It's Friday.
Right.
It was Friday. April
believe it was.
13th was 7 days ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
He looks like he knows so
don't-
much about Bellator.
I don't know math.
No.
Baby Slice won his fight
Yay,
against
baby
Devon Brock
Slice.
with a submission rear naked choke, minute 34. AG McKee wins his fight, just
brain on
Lawrence
Bueller.
decision. Michael Chandler wins his fight against Brandon Gertz.
All right.
So yeah, there you go.
There you have it.
For the lightweight title.
else
Michael
is-
Chandler remains your lightweight Bellator champ.
And then we had UFC on Fox.
UFC on Fox.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start down there on the prelim.
Sure. This time around, if you had a
Boom.
fight pass, you actually had a full fight pass card.
You had more than a full
Holy
fight pass. You
shit,
had like
that's a lot.
6 fucking fights. 5.
That's a lot.
5? 6.
Six.
6 fights on Fight Pass.
With-
They
Yeah,
had to
and-
make up for all that shit that
Yeah,
got canceled.
and there was a lot of backstage stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's not interesting, but it's a lot of backstage stuff going on.
That's what I said. Nobody wants a 3-hour post-fight show.
It's pretty cool though because we've been down there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there was the buffet. Oh, look at that. Oh, look there's a closet. This.
Oh, where was this one at?
Because he's a prelim. Glendale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's a prelim fighter. He's working out in a
Yeah,
closet.
he gets the storage closet to warm up in.
Oh, look at the big room with the big red thing over it. Oh, those are the big fighters. Yeah, look at that. Those are the big fighters.
Looks familiar.
Yeah.
Luke Sanders gets a win over Patrick Williams with a unanimous decision. Alejandro Perez gets a TKO with knees and punches over Matthew Lopez in the second round. Adam Wizarek over Arhan Bular with
Yeah.
an omoplata. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. In the second round, Yushin Okami gets a win over Diego Lima.
Yeah, good for
unanimous
Yushin,
decision.
man.
Yeah, good for Yushin. And Lauren Miller defeats Shayna Dobson with unanimous decision as well. Gilbert Burns KOs Dan Moret at 59 seconds of the very second round. Moving on from there to what happened on Fox.
Big Fox.
Big Fox, not Baby Fox.
It's huge.
Brad Tavares gets a TKO over Christoph Jotko in the third round. John Moraga over Wilson Rice with a unanimous decision.
I think that's Heist. Don't they don't pronounce
That's
the,
right, because he's Brazilian. Heist. Fuck it, roll it back to 0. Muslim Salikov over Ricky Rainey with a KO.
That's Hickey Haney.
Oh, no, he's not Brazilian.
No, like Handy Cortez.
What happened, Ricky? You said you're never gonna give him up.
I like Ricky Rainey. That's an awesome name, though. Dig it. Antonio Carlos Jr. gets a win over Tim Boach.
Damn, he did not get boached.
Nope.
And then you
Boach
had
got hoonyered.
Mr.
Got gooched.
Sean O'Malley over here doing his Nate Diaz impression.
Throw that one up on the big screen. That's O'Malley.
All right.
Embarrassing the shit out of Mackenzie Dern.
Oh, is that Mackenzie Dern? Yeah. She has got some massive cleavage.
She looks Brazilian there.
She is half Brazilian.
Yeah.
God damn it, her dad is Brazilian. What is
The
wrong with
lower
you?
half.
Yes.
She had to have an interpreter tell her what that was.
Yeah.
An
What is he
interpreter
doing?
leaned in. He's all, "That's a spliff."
I'm pretty sure they know what spliffs are in Brazil. Just throwing that out there.
I don't think they smoke weed.
No.
No salvia. Can't you tell by the way they act? They are a salvia and
Brazil nuts.
crocodile doing country.
They smoke Brazil nuts.
Anyway,
It's in their water, right? Isn't that what the water? Yeah.
Are there crocodiles in Brazil?
No. Drugs.
they have alligators.
Drugs are in their water. None of the crocodiles or alligators live because there's drugs in
Oh,
there.
that's why, because it's all polluted. Yeah, I
We're
mean,
not a credible source.
the only ocean in the world that'll give you hepatitis C.
This is also
It's
a
in Brazil.
zoology podcast.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Michelle Watterson got a win over Courtney Casey with a
Yeah.
split decision, though, so that was controversial there. What do you think?
I think she deserved it.
Yeah.
She deserved it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it should have been split.
Oh, you think it should have just been unanimous?
Unanimous.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what they saw from Courtney, but I didn't.
And then Israel Adesanya gets a win over Marvin Vittori with a
This
split
could have
decision.
gone. Yeah.
This could have gone either
Yeah.
way. This is a close fight.
You could tell that's where you're like, okay, this
Doing
judge,
some weird
this,
kung fu shit.
this judge like this judge like that, and the middle judge, he just liked it all.
He's like, yes,
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 Everything was good.
yes,
yes.
yeah.
Who did you have winning? I don't know. I
No.
forgot to write down
What?
things on the sports.
He's like,
Someone's
you
winning?
can't, you
Yeah.
can't.
I'm
have-
winning. I'm watching this fight.
You can't have a 30-30. You can't have
Give it to the hot
30-30.
dog vendor. He brought me an extra hot dog. It was
Yeah.
great.
He's like, what do you mean it can't be 10-10 round? Fuck that.
They
They
both
both
won.
kicked
Just
ass.
Someone that was just partying is like, oh, give him a fucking point.
Yeah.
Alex Oliveira retired Carlos Condit
I
with,
think
the,
so.
with the guillotine choke.
Oh man.
Do you think he? I'm assuming you watched it. Do you think he was gonna get out of it?
Carlos?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Cause no.
I like
That was-
Carlos
that was
Condit,
in.
and
Yeah.
that's that's his statesman hero. What is it?
He's my statesman.
Right?
He's my brother from another mother in New
New
Mexico.
Mexico,
So that's a tough loss for me to take.
My captain.
yeah, my captain, my captain.
What if Alessio Sakara fought Carlos Condit? Who would you pick?
Oh shit, man! Don't do that to me. That's hard,
That's
man.
a 10-10 round.
Yeah. I would be the judge
Draw.
on the other fight.
Draw.
But the other guy's clearly winning. Shut up.
Draw.
Then Dustin Poirier got a TKO win over Justin Gaethje.
And
Wow, man.
if anybody wants to go back and listen to the tape, I told you this would happen.
Well,
did.
Justin
I remember you saying that.
Gaethje Justin Gaethje comes out and says flat out,
it's-
"I'm here to entertain the fans. I don't. At this point,
Yeah.
I no longer care about winning or going for a belt. I'm just here to entertain the fans, and I'm here to get good fights
Right.
and see where I can go."
But if you keep losing, you're not gonna get good fights.
Justin Poirier looked championship ready.
Oh yeah.
I think he's definitely. I mean, I was a little questionable before on some of his fights. Like he got some decent wins, but to me,
Yeah.
he looks championship ready to take on good old Khabib.
Let's do it.
Is it the fourth? I thought it was the third.
33 seconds into the fourth.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
like-
either way,
Right
I
away.
mean, in the second, I was like, this. I don't know. I don't know now. But then, I just wish that he would have let the full knockout. Again, I know I want death.
Dennis wants guys to die in the cage.
Yeah.
Is he not moving? All right, now stop the
There you
fight.
go.
He's all about concussions, early onset dementia.
He twitched. He's
all
still
that
fighting.
stuff.
Let him go.
I think we should. We should have a Mortal Kombat power bar. It's like fucking,
He's still got a.
He's good.
He's got a sliver.
Get away from him.
He punches, you get the extra combo that refills it.
The last thing I want to see is my Mortal Kombat power bar because it's probably constantly like 23%. You know,
You know, you throw a Gatorade at him, he takes a drink, his bar gets a little bit bigger. Fuck it.
UFC, what is this? What was this? UFC.
It's happening
128.
somewhere.
UFC 128 in Atlantic City is
Fight
going
night
down.
128.
Fight night tomorrow. We had three fights.
UFC Atlantic City.
3 fights get pulled out of this. Magomed Bibliotov
yep.
was supposed to fight Uka Saskai.
Did I not tell you about how many Russians are coming on now?
Bibliotov was removed due to a back injury, so that bout is canceled.
The UFC is colluding.
It's totally colluding.
We also had 2 fighters miss weight. We had
Oh, look! See what happens when you fill in his staph infection? He weighs a pound heavier.
Kevin Lee missed weight, and he came in at 157 of the 156 thing. He was fined 20% of his purse. His fight will go on against Edson Barboza. He will be giving 20% of his purse. However, Aspen Ladd weighed in at 137.8, so that's 1.8 pounds
And
over.
retired Leslie Smith.
And technically retired Leslie Smith, who they said she Aspen Ladd put up on her Twitter, "I apologize to my opponent, the UFC Fight Pass, Dana White, for my team, my family, and fans. I was 1.8 over. I was told that Leslie Smith would not take the fight, even though we offered an additional $5,000 as well as 20% of my purse deduction to not go on her end. I tried to make it right." She also said that basically she had a women's issues. And this is the reason why. She consulted with the doctor. They said, no, you're not. You should not be losing any more weight.
Yeah, our source-
Leslie Smith comes back and says, First of all, I was never offered the extra $5,000. Second of all, the UFC told me that they were going to give me my show money and my win money, basically ending my contract. This was her last fight on her contract.
Yeah.
Ending her contract and releasing her because she didn't take the fight. And she said, well, morally, you know, they were giving me my show money and my win money. I didn't want to take the fight because I'd be fighting for free.
That doesn't make any sense.
And I'm about Project Spearhead, which is how she's trying to unionize everybody, and basically just said that she feels that the UFC did it wrong by just trying to force her out of her contract.
I'm trying to get my head around her saying she was fighting for free when she got her win money, which she wasn't guaranteed.
Right.
I
They were like, you're gonna get, if you take this fight, basically, if you take this fight, you're not guaranteed. You'll get your show money.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed your win money unless you win. Plus, you're getting 20% of your purse. How are you?
There's got to be something lost in translation there because I don't get that at all.
You think she was scared about her bleeding on her?
There was some random Twitter thing that I saw from somebody. I can't tell you the source because I can't remember, and it doesn't look like it was a legit source. But they said her quote was, "I'm cool with people bleeding on me during a fight, but not during their period."
Right. which I get, you know. And like our source tagged back, and all he said was PMS is a bitch.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, Aspen Ladd said that basically
that doesn't make any sense either.
She couldn't lose. She couldn't lose any more water weight. She couldn't lose any more water weight.
Yeah, well, I thought they were like Olympic athletes. Don't they take like saltpeter or something to stop all that?
No.
Oh, I thought there was a hormone.
They're not Russian gymnasts, dude. Not Russian gymnasts.
They should be.
Kevin Lee, for his part of it, says, for the first time ever in my athletic career since high school, I've missed weight this morning. I just ran out of time. I apologize. We're still going to put on a show tomorrow. In 30-plus fights and over 400 wrestling matches in my career, this is the first time I've ever missed weight.
Okay.
The last time you can say that.
My favorite part was he was talking so much shit about Dustin Poirier, saying that he's not championship material or championship ready, even after his win.
He was on UFC Tonight
and
last night
shit about Eddie Alvarez, saying that Eddie Alvarez is not championship material because he wouldn't take the fight on short notice against. But here you are, missing weight.
Yeah.
You don't deserve anything.
Nope. So you're definitely not championship ready at all.
Definitely ever.
You won't fight me when I'm heavier than you. Look at you. Look at all you people in the 135 won't come fight me.
Won't come up and fight me.
You don't want none of this.
We got
Scared.
UFC prelims going down on Fight Pass. You get 2 fights.
Yep.
What?
Tony Martin and Kita Nakamura you got
How old is that? Didn't he used to fight back in like UFC like 90?
It's a different
Kita Nakamura. No, it's his son.
No, I'm talking about Martin. Tony Martin. Wasn't he the dude that got knocked out
jazz
by
singer?
Sandman? I looked that up.
Put a
Marav
chokehold on you.
Davashili is taking on Ricky Simon. There you go.
Yeah.
What is this pop-up stuff?
I don't
When did
know.
this start happening?
It started happening with the.
All right,
What's it called?
whatever. Then on Fox Sports 1, you got Corey Anderson taking on Patrick.
Both you guys like
Patrick
12-year-old
Cummins.
with the direction. What's going on? Oh my
The barista's back.
Someone touch it.
Patrick Cummins surviving his staph infection.
Good for him.
Still looking like, what's his name there? Tom
Yeah,
Hardy
that guy.
in what's it called?
Is he?
Yeah, where he's got the big mustache. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
Yeah, like the guy who got choked out on.
What was that movie Tom Hardy was in where he played the prisoner, the English prisoner? Charles Bronson. He played Bronson.
Okay.
Seen that?
All right.
He looks like that. He's got shaved bald head. He's got the huge, giant, frickin' curled mustache.
Awesome.
Looks
Nice.
huge. Huge.
CR Bahardazada is taking on Lewin
I haven't
Chagas.
seen him in a while.
No, it's because they haven't been able to fit his name on a flyer yet. It's been a while since they had room for that. And Ryan LaFleur takes on Alex Garcia. That's all Fox Sports 1, and so is the main card, which is Jim Miller taking on Dan Hooker, Aljamain Sterling taking on Brett Johns, David Branch going against Thiago Santos, Chase Sherman takes on Justin Willis, Justin Willie, Frankie Edgar going up against Cubs, Swanson.
For the second time.
Second time? What? This is weird, man.
Dos más.
And
I
Edson,
still got Frankie. Again.
Edson Barboza takes on Kevin Lee, as we just talked about. Still got Frankie again?
Still taking Frankie.
All right.
What, anybody? Nobody else?
I
I'll
got
take
Cub.
Frankie in that fight.
I got
What?
Cub.
You're taking the New Jersey native?
Cub in
Yeah,
the
why?
second.
Cub in the second, and then Edson Barboza or Kevin Lee? I'm going Barboza.
Barboza. I've taken Frankie because I think that Cub Swanson has shown that he's not. He's almost a gatekeeper because he's got up to that point where he's been
And we
like.
already agreed on that Frankie is a gatekeeper.
Well, but Frankie's had a belt where Cub Swanson has gotten there and he's never been able to make that final leap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Frankie's 100% championship material. I just don't see Cub
Like, what,
getting one over on him.
what does Kevin Lee have to attack Barbosa with? I mean,
Staff.
Like 2 pounds.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I mean, Barbosa's good on the ground. He's really good at striking.
Yeah, his kicks are amazing.
But Kevin Lee is really strong.
I haven't seen when.
Kevin Lee looks like
He's really heavy. That's what Kevin Lee
Cage from the 70s.
I don't know.
Nothing? Nobody.
Nope.
All right. That's it. That's the fights.
Good old Power Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow night, Fox Sports 1. Make sure you check that out. And that's the show this week.
Yeah. Make sure you pick up a shirt just like our friend Ashley Evan Smith over here. Get a Fight Night Jill shirt at www.shirtsicle.com/SDMMA.
Get one of those now. And check out our sponsors, Strongboard. Change the way you work out. Get on board. StrongboardBalance.com.
I'm always on board.
Always on board. Josh is always on board. I'm not. And then we got Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business. If you're looking to take credit cards, they can help you out with some seriously good rates. If you already take credit cards and want to cut your rate, check out Dependable Solutions. We're on Facebook at Split Decision MMA Podcast, Twitter and Instagram at SD_MMA, and of course our website, SplitDecisionMMA.com. Follow us on iHeartRadio. And that's pretty much it from the SinCal Studios. It's Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis saying have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.
Wah, wah, wah.